Okay, so we've now got the telescope pointing up there. Where is he? There he is. That's Saturn. And a few things about Saturn. First of all, it orbits the Sun well, it's a long way away. It's 10 times further from the Sun than we are. And it orbits the Sun once every 30 or so years. And the other thing you need to know about Saturn is the rings are not in the same plane that it orbits the Sun. So the practical upshot of which is, at the moment, we're actually looking down the line of the rings like this, right? And in 7 years' time, it's more like this at the moment. We're looking down the plane of the rings. Imagine this is the rings. So at the moment they appear completely flat to us, but in 7 years' time, when Saturn's actually gone around the Sun a bit, the rings will appear fully open, and in another 7 years we'll be looking down the line of the rings again. So at the moment, the rings, where's he gone? I can't see him. There he is. There's Saturn. So let's go take a look through the scope, and what do we find? There we go. So yeah, let's do the rings first. So we want the exposure all the way down, and so there we go. That's Saturn, and we're looking down the plane of the rings, and in 7 years' time they'll be fully open again, which is 1/4 of a Saturn year, and in another 14 it'll look like this again, apart from we'll be looking at it from the other side. Now the other great thing about Saturn, if I can sort my exposure out again, there we go, is that little dot on the right, that guy. Now that's the brightest of the Saturn moons, which is Titan. And the amazing thing about Titan is most of the other places that we've actually landed on, you know, Mars, Venus, whatever, and the Moon, you can actually see them with the naked eye. Titan's interesting in that Titan you need a telescope to see. And this is the thing that always amazes me. That's Titan there. Is there is a man-made object on that little dot there. Right, and that little dot is has the Huygens probe landed on it. Man-made object sits on that. Anyway, so that's why I always find Saturn amazing. And if you wanna, let's just dial the exposure down on this once more. There we go. So in 7 years' time we'll get another view of the rings wide open. I'm freezing my balls off here, by the way. But for those who want to throw it all into harsh perspective, right, Saturn's actually really quite bright. It's sat in Leo at the moment. Now just imagine for a second you were at Saturn, where the Huygens probe is, yeah, and you were looking back. Now Saturn's a bloody sight bigger than Earth, and even at that it only appears as a bright star. If you were sat on the Huygens probe looking back to Earth, it wouldn't even, there are stars that would surpass the Earth for brightness. Always find that amazing when thinking that around that bright spot up there is a moon, and on that moon is something that was made on Earth. Okay, I've stuck in my eyepiece now. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? So just looking at the eyepiece. Oops. temperature on that, so rather than just looking at the eyepiece, I'm just shaking too much, too damn cold.